What's up, YouTube? It's Fuzzy Motion, and today we're going to be talking about all of the personalities on YouTube that have played a big influence to me personally, and probably to a lot of you out there as well. Now, I have this organized into a pretty big list, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the different categories that I have everything broken up into, and we're going to cover one of these categories today. I've pretty much broken everything up into gaming, comedy, variety, and a shout-outs list of people that, kind of don't fall into any of those categories, but still I find that, deserve some recognition, deserve some sort of, some positive outlook. So, we're going to talk about the gaming-centric influence today that have been on YouTube since at least 2006, or not since 2006, but I mean, since, from 2006 till now, the people that I've come across, or the channels that I've come across that I've found are very interesting. This gameplay is very interesting. I don't want to give too much away. You kind of see what it is for what it is. And I have it muted right now because I was having a conversation on Xbox Live with a buddy of mine who was playing NFL 2K, or no, it was Madden. He was playing Madden, and he was, screaming about his tight end not catching things. And I don't think you guys want to hear that, so I'll just talk over that. So let's talk about all the gaming influences. Now, right at the top of my list, first and foremost, without any sort of, ado, I guess you could say, the Angry Video Game Nerd goes right at the top of that list, because without a doubt, he was the reason that I first even started watching YouTube. And I know that's a bold statement, but honestly, if it weren't for him, I know I would have gotten on YouTube at some point, but I definitely would have gotten on it as early as I did if it weren't for him and him putting his videos on that channel. You gotta understand, at the time, in 2006, nobody was making reviews, comprehensive reviews, in that format. He just had such a good way of telling, everybody else what his experience was as a gamer and what he envisioned the experience should be, as a kid, or just as a person picking up a controller and playing for the first time. And I just didn't have anybody else making videos quite like that on the internet, to be honest with you. So for him to come out and kind of do that at the rate he was doing it, because he was posting videos like crazy. It all started with, kind of like a joke between friends that he recorded, and then friends were like, you gotta make more of them, you gotta make more of them. So then he did, and then it just grew in popularity. But, that first season, those first, I want to say 10, no, not even 6, maybe 8 videos that he made were so awesome. And then he started making more videos that were very similar to what he had originally made, and then the production value went way up, as you know or may not know. He has a movie coming out pretty soon, and I don't want to spend the whole video talking about him, but yeah, without a doubt, anybody that does anything gaming related, whether it's reviews, whether it's playthroughs, whether it's giving an opinion, a first look, let's play, blind, or anything like that, you probably know or have been influenced in some way, shape, or form by James Rolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd. Now, moving on. In the same sort of fashion, these are also other reviewers that I find very influential because of what they've done and what they've been able to do in the community. That guy with the glasses, he's more of a movie reviewer for sure, but he's done his fair share of gaming reviews, and he's done a lot of collaborative work with the AVGN, so I think he deserves to be on this list. He has his own website and network of people that he works with, including Angry Joe. And Angry Joe's not on this list because I'm not really an Angry Joe fan, but I still respect the grind and the hustle that those guys put in. Similarly is Noah Antweiler, or as some of you might know him a little bit better, the Spoonie One. Spoonie was definitely a personality that I clicked with right away. The high-strung sort of, I can't fucking believe they did this sort of thing. That grabs me right away. I'm not really one of these people that would sit down and go, oh, I really don't enjoy the way that, like when I played Nightmare on Elm Street, I fucking hated how doors that were open you couldn't walk through, and if you've ever played that game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Chugga Conroy is another YouTuber. He's a Let's Player. I'm not really into Let's Plays, but I definitely watched all of his Mother Let's Play, because, or Mother 2 rather, which is Earthbound in America. Because, there was one time that there was a hurricane up in the Poconos. I know you're like, a hurricane? What the hell's happening with the world? But yeah, there was a hurricane up in the Poconos, and there goes my flawless. There's a hurricane up in the Poconos, didn't have power for at least a week, and I watched that entire playthrough and just thought, man, he put so much time into this, and you can definitely tell when you try to make your own playthrough and things like that, you notice the little nuances and things that people do, and it doesn't go unnoticed. Some other folks that you might have heard of, Northern Lion, he's a Let's Player for it, like indie games. The reason I like him is because he has a very, his voice is great, he has a very subtle sense of humor, but he's also a former teacher, so, you know, I big ups to him. I feel like we come out of the same fraternity, although I've never been in a fraternity. I've just drank like I was in one. Some other folks, some FPS folks and influences that you guys probably know because, you know, they're still pretty predominant here on YouTube. People like Thunder, 402, Jive Turkey, NASA, NYC. Well, NASA, I don't think he's making videos anymore, but I still liked his commentaries. Blame Truth was actually one of the granddaddies of, you know, first-person shooter commentaries. And then Nadeshot. Nadeshot actually, you know, Optic Nadeshot from the Optic Gaming roster. He was one of the first people that I actually watched a breakdown of competitive gaming for, and he actually gave me an idea of, you know, how that all works. So here's the end of the gameplay. I go 28-1 on Hijacked. You know, I have a couple of other lists to talk about. Remember, we also have comedy, variety, and this shout-out list. So I'm going to break this up over 3 other videos. It's your boy Fuzzy Motion YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button. We'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.